Hey, this is All Things Cheryl coming at you with all things in news, entertainment, and anything else that I can think of. Let's get popping. I've taken some notes so you guys can see, so I'm trying to be consistent with it, and I'm trying to do some new stuff. As you can see, I'm not sitting down, I'm standing up. So let me begin with my all things news. First up on the block is net neutrality. Now, this word, net neutrality, has basically been popping up all over the internet. Now, I didn't really know what net neutrality was, and what I did is that I went and did some research to find out exactly what is going on, what's going down with this net neutrality. It seems that the net neutrality has something to do with our freedom when it comes to the internet. That's the only way I'm going to be able to break it down. It is the freedom when it comes to the internet. It seems that FCC, they want to mess with how we hang out on the internet. Now, as you know, a lot of people have been really protesting this net neutrality. The reason why they're protesting it is because if it is approved and if the FCC approve it, and what that will do, it will cut down some of the freedom of choice when it comes to the internet. Net neutrality will, what it does, it will slow up, it will speed up, it will block some of the contents that we are basically free to go see, to check out the various websites and stuff like that we are able to go see. So, net neutrality. If you want to know more about it, and basically this is going to affect everyone who has a phone, a cell phone, who has a tablet, a laptop, a desktop. It's going to affect every single one of us. And who's going to feel the effect more so? It's the little people. It's the poor people. It's the small guy. It's the mother. It's the father. It's going to affect everybody. Net neutrality. Remember that? Go put in your voice, put in your 2 cents. Let your congressman know that you don't want this, because this will affect the way we cruise and surf on the internet. Next up, we're going to talk about a little bit, not much, but we're going to talk about a little bit number 45, our President of the United States. Now, it seems that, and this has been big news, the UCLA boys who decided that they want to go to China, all the way to another side of the world, and steal. Now, here's the deal with this. Number 45 has made a big deal due to the fact that he is taking sole responsibility of the reason why these boys are back in the United States. And the sad thing about it is that he want apologies. He want, okay, here's the deal. When the international community found out that these 3 boys from UCLA was in China, and they decided that they want to, I guess, up their game, and they wanted to wear some cool sunglasses, so they go to the Louis Vuitton store and decide that they want to pocket some sunglasses. Now, mind you, we have one of the boys, and we're not even going to tell you who that name of the boy is, because you know who he is. We have one of the boys who could afford the Louis Vuitton sunglasses, who could even have paid for any and everything where he wanted to go, because we know that this particular boy's father is well off. Let's just put it like this. Well off. Well, here's the deal. The boys were held in the hotel, and they were shipped back to California. But before they were shipped back to California, these boys were already held in the hotel before Donald Trump got there. Donald Trump was on a 12-day trip of Asia. And one of Donald Trump's aide got whiffed as to what was going on when it came to these boys stealing out of various stores. Now, we thought that it was one store, at least that's what I thought it was, one store, but it wasn't one store. Excuse me. It wasn't one store. It was actually 3 stores, guys. 3 stores, 3 stores. They decided they wanted to go to China and steal out of 3 stores. Stupid, stupid, stupid. But anyway, I divest. Here's the deal. Donald Trump says that he was, responsible for the boys getting released. Now, I don't know if it's true. I don't know if it's not. But from what I read, that yes, this could have been a serious, serious crime. But the way that the government regulations in China puts it, and you can go and read it, they would rather send you back and deport you back to your country because it is, in their mind, a lot of headaches when you're dealing with foreign people who come to their country who decide that they wanted to steal. And yes, you could get 10 years, but unfortunately, it was in favor of these boys. Now, Donald Trump has not only taken the responsibilities, saying that he was responsible for this, but here's the deal. The Chinese government figured it was better to send them back, in which basically they did go back to California, to send them back instead of doing all of the paperwork that's involved with this and everything. Now, it's up to you to decide. Now, in my mind, these boys were already detained in their hotel already. In my mind, these boys were getting ready to be sent back, deport back to the United States. Now, in my mind, Donald Trump may have speeded up the process, but to take responsibility for the whole thing, you cannot. I feel that, and I'm unapologetic in what I'm about to say, I feel that we need to also look at China and how they dealt with this issue. China was dealing with this issue very diplomatically. The person who I feel that was basically taking it out of content is, I don't want to say. You take it from there. Now, what's up next on the block is that Spike Lee. Now, in 1986, Spike Lee was a film student. He took one of his projects and one of his films, and he had a very small budget, and he produced his first film. Now, that first film was called She's Gotta Have It. She's Gotta Have It was produced and directed by Spike Lee in 1986. What has happened is that Thanksgiving yesterday was the premiere of the new reboot, She's Gotta Have It. Came out on Thanksgiving. And it came out on Netflix. Now, what has happened is that Netflix and Spike Lee is working together and presenting She's Gotta Have It as a series. And this is the first season for She's Gotta Have It. And She's Gotta Have It is celebrating 30 years. Now, 30 years, that means that in 1986, I was just in my middle, in the beginning of my 30s, coming out of my 20s. So that means that the millenniums have a movie for them for today as to what's going on with the issues and situations as far as politics is concerned, as far as women's rights is concerned. Spike Lee timing is perfect. He picked the perfect time. He picked the perfect time to reboot this particular movie. Now, have I seen She's Gotta Have It, the reboot version? Yes, I have. I basically binge watched 3 episodes, but I basically stopped because I want to review it. But I'm not going to review the first 3 episodes today, but I'm just going to give you some of my ideas. And on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the reboot She's Gotta Have It a high score, and that's going to be a 9. And the reason why I'm giving it a 9 is because, number one, it is in color, which is, the color is superb, it's perfect, I'm loving it, I'm feeling it. Number 2, the cinematography is superb, excellent, I'm feeling it. Number 3 is that when Spike Lee first came out with his first movie, of course, he was a film student. So that meant that he's going to make some mistakes. There's going to be some, technical glitches here and there. But with this particular one, we can see that in 30 years, Spike Lee has grown to be a director, a film producer, someone to be reckoned with. Now, when the 1986 version came out, the box office didn't think that it was going to do that well. It surpassed it. Now, Spike Lee has a way of filming his movies, like mostly directors, all directors kind of sort of have their style and how they want to go about in producing a subject to the audience. And number 4, the actors and the actress that is the new reboot that is introduced to us is perfect. It's because these young men and young people are the millennials. They are the millennials. So therefore, when you go check this movie out, you're going to see all of the things that they specifically are dealing with today. The same as what we were dealing with in 1986 with the baby boomers, because Spike Lee is 60 years old and he does have kids who are, I think, in their 30s, or he might have some young ones because him and his wife is very youthful, and they have been able to keep themselves up very well. But anyway, I digress. So, on the scale, I'm going to say, if you want to see something new and improved, and if you are a Spike Lee fan, I'm going to tell you to go and check out this new reboot of She's Gotta Have It. In the meantime, I'm going to say, this is All Things Cheryl. There are a couple of things that I want you to do, and that is, I want you to view this video. I want you to look at it. I want you to share it. I want you to hit that notification, so when I come out and do those 3 reviews, recaps of the three episodes that I see, you will be the first to see it. And most of all, I want you to share this video. Reason why I want you to share this video is because I want to grow my subscriber. I want to grow my viewership. And I understand my analytics. My analytics is very high. It's because I was very surprised as to who my audience is, and that's cool, because that just goes to prove to me that there are some baby boomers out there that are basically hip and that are basically chilling on YouTube and that are basically clicking and looking at some of my videos. And for that, and for those who have subscribe, and who have viewed my videos, I said kudos, thank you, and continue to view, share, click, and subscribe. Until the next time, this is All Things Cheryl, unapologetically. Bye.